Dear viewers, Namaskar. Welcome to this edition of the News Bulletin. In view of the prevalent COVID conditions, you are requested to adhere to the COVID-appropriate behaviors like wearing masks properly, washing hands frequently, maintaining social distancing, and avoiding crowded places. In the headlines today, professional talk on changing obstacles into solutions organized at Rourkela Steel Plant. Prayas, program organized for contract workers of Rourkela Steel Plant. Ladosera village emerged as champions in zonal level Sambardhan Rural Football Tournament of Rourkela Steel Plant held at Kuarmunda Block. And in our Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav series, today's personality is Basanta Kumari Patnaik. Now the news in detail. A professional talk on changing obstacles into solutions was organized at HRD Center of Sale, Rourkela Steel Plant on 11th December 2021. Mr. A.K. Kundu ED Mines, Mr. S.R. Suryavanshi ED Works, Mr. A.K. Pradhan ED Projects, Mr. P.K. Satpathy ED P&A, Mr. C.R. Mohapatra CGM in charge MM and Marketing, Mr. P. Nigam CGM in charge F&A, Dr. B.K. Hota CMO in charge MNHS and Mr. Ashok Jalwania, Commandant CISF RSP, Rourkela were also present on the occasion. Brahma Kumari Gopi Didi, Raja Yogi, UK-based internationally acclaimed speaker and spiritual educator and a management trainer of Ishwariya Vishwavidyalaya of the Brahma Kumaris was the guest speaker. Several chief general managers, heads of departments, executives and employees of RSP attended the program. Brahma Kumari Gopi Didi explained interplay of various components comprising events, meaning and emotions based on context, perspective and perception involved in overcoming obstacles. Emphasizing upon the need of developing emotional and spiritual quotient and emotional and spiritual intelligence, she further elaborated upon the various stages of transformation such as Kriti, Drishti, Vritti, Smruti and Tofa to live an obstacle-free life. The talk concluded with an interactive session. ED Mines also felicitated the chief speaker on the occasion. At the outset, Ms. Rashi Banerjee CGM HRD welcomed the gathering while Mr. H. Pati GM HRD proposed a formal vote of thanks. Mr. K.K. Jaiswal, AGM HRD, coordinated the program. A session of prayers and awareness program for contract workmen was organized on 27th November 2021 at Town Engineering Conference Hall. In all, 24 contract labor working in the township area attended the program. Mr. B. Singh, GM in charge Town Engineering, facilitated the interaction session where he clarified various doubts of the contract labor pertaining to benefits, statutory provisions like ESI and Provident Fund, etc. Special emphasis was laid on safety and a session on behavioral-based safety was taken by Mr. Avinash, Manager Personnel. He highlighted the importance of safe working practices and the roles and responsibilities related to safety at the work spot. Ms. Savitri Sahu, Executive Assistant Personnel CLC, briefed the participants on rights, benefits, responsibilities and issues such as wage structure, bank payment, pay slip, ESI and PF coverage, medical benefits, etc. Mr. Bharat Mohanto, Assistant Manager Personnel Project, dealt with various provisions of SA 8000 like child labor, forced labor, provision of health and safe working environment, rights, discrimination, working hours, safety, wages, etc. through movies, video clippings and stories. Ms. Sangeeta M. Sindur, Manager Personnel CLC, conducted the wrap-up session, while Mr. Asim Manti, Executive Assistant Town CLC, coordinated the program. Notably, Prayas is a communication program being organized by RSP for contract workmen working in RSP for their welfare, wherein standards and provisions are explained to them in a simple and lucid manner. Till date, 5,030 contract workmen have been covered under this scheme. The zonal level Sambardhan Rural Football Tournament for Quarmunda block was organized by the CSR department of Rourkela steel plant at Mara Tola, Dumerzor village from 6th to 10th December. In all, 32 teams took part in the tournament. Mr. Tarun Tapan Lahiri, CGM Services of RSP, graced the concluding function as chief guest and presented the trophies and cash awards to the champions of the tournament. Ms. Munmun Mitra, GM in charge CSR, Mr. Dushant Pradhan, DGM CSR, Ms. Sunita Ahir, Jilla Parisar representative, Quarmunda block, and Mr. Sukhram Orao, Sarpanch, Dumerzor were the guest of honor in the function. Also present were village heads and officials of the CSR department. In the final match, the team from Ladosara village emerged as champions after defeating team from Kaloshihira village. The champions received a trophy and a cash award of rupees 6,000, while the runners-up team got a trophy and a cash award of rupees 5,000. The dignitaries also handed over the best player, best scorer, best goalkeeper and best defender awards, comprising trophies and cash awards of rupees 500. At the outset, Ms. Munmun Mitra welcomed the gathering. The program was coordinated by Mr. Benedict Ekka, Senior Field Assistant CSR. The 5-day tournament was conducted with the help of Prabha Self-Help Group of Dumerzor. Large number of football lovers from in and around the village gathered to witness the event. It may be noted that the Samvardhan Rural Football Tournament gets organized in the 4 peripheral blocks of RSP every year. The champions and the runners-up from each of the 4 zones would then participate in the final football match that will be held at Rourkela. As a part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebration sale, Rourkela Steel Plant is presenting a series of news on the eminent personalities of Odisha, some well-known and some lesser-known. Today's personality is Basanta Kumari Patnaik. Basanta Kumari Patnaik was born in 1923 in Telanga Bazar, Cuttack. She was an eminent novelist and short story writer of national fame. Her notable short story collections include Sabhyatare Saja, The Facet of Civilization, Palta Deo, Jibana Chinha. The 3 novels which established her reputation as a major writer of fiction are Amara Bata, Chorabali and Aliba Chita. She had to her credit 2 poetry collections, Chitanala and Taranga, and Juar Bhata and Muruga Trushna are plays. Her widely acclaimed novel, Amada Bata, has been made into an award-winning film. She is heir to the realistic tradition in Oriya fiction, inaugurated by Fakir Mohan Senapati, and is the first Oriya woman writer to have received the Atibari Puraskar, the highest literary award of the state. She passed away on 29th March 2013. And with this, we come to the end of this news bulletin. Namaskar.